Good day, folks. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Welcome to another episode of Life of a Single Man. I got some more data for you people today. Now, you know, I'm fairly sure that many of you that watch this type of content, you've been on YouTube and you've watched many shows like Kendra G, the dating show, and you watch many other venues similar to that, to where a lot of women, especially, they come on these shows, and many of them, when people like Kendra G ask when they get to asking about finances, like how much does a man have to make minimum in order for them to be a candidate for her to date. You got a lot of women that, off the top, many of them will say they got to make six figures or more because they make six figures or more, supposedly. Or I noticed recently some women, they might say he's got to make at least 70K. And when they say 70K, they say it with a level of hesitation. And when they say 70K, many of us men know that they really prefer six figures or more. They just say 70K just so they don't come off sounding as shallow as many of these women truly are. So, I made a video about a few days ago. It was about a woman on TikTok that wanted to date a man that made six figures or better, and her male friend told her that if she dated a man that made less than six figures, then she was going to only be settling, and that was one of her justifications for wanting a man that made six figures or more, because she made at least 80. So anyhow, on this video that I'm going to do today, I just want to break down some more data, just to kind of bring home how unrealistic and just downright ridiculous it is for these women to expect to find a man that's making six figures or more. And even if they do find someone who's making a higher level income, just, okay, they're making a higher level income, but how well are they truly doing financially? So I'm gonna read this data off, and after I read this off, feel free to comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about all this. So, let's see. Now, the first piece of data I'm going to read is from Experian. And this was made during the fourth quarter of 2023. Now, the average debt in America is $103,000. 358 is $103,358. That is the average American debt. And that debt basically includes mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and other personal loans. Now, the average mortgage debt in the United States is $241,815. And the average auto loan debt is $23,479. The average credit card debt is $6,365. And even among wage earners who earn over who earn six-figure or more salary, according to Lending Club, over 50% of them live check to check. And I got some more data as we go along of of the average Joe who might live check to check. Now, according to Business Insider, your Gen Zs, and what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to break down the average amount of debt that each generation has. I'm going to give you a number that's non-mortgage, and I'm going to also give you a number that's the mortgage. So for Gen Zs have an average of $15,105 worth of non-mortgage debt. And they have an average of $229,897 of mortgage debt. Your millennials have an average of $29,702 of non-mortgage debt and $295,689 of mortgage debt. Your Gen X's, which is my generation, we have an average of $32,190 in non-mortgage debt and $277,153 of mortgage debt. And these mortgage debts, by the way, do not include any type of a HELOC. These are just basic mortgage debts. Now your baby boomers have an average of $19,203 of non-mortgage debt, $190,441 of mortgage debt. Now the silent generation, which basically are people that are ages 78 or older, have an average of $7,076 worth of debt and $141,148 of mortgage debt. Now, when you look at the debt numbers for your older generations, like your baby boomers and silent generations, I think that helps explain the reason why there's a rise in elderly people / senior citizens that are becoming homeless out here. Because how are you going to truly be able to retire if you still have a mortgage on your home, or if you still have a substantial amount of consumer debt? It's going to be impossible to. And that's why we're seeing more older people in these streets homeless, unfortunately. Now let's go back to who's living check to check. Now this study is from Lending Tree. No, this is from I think it's from, hold on, give me a second here. No, this study is also from Lending Club, and this study was conducted in September of 2023. Now, according to this study, you got 30% of Americans who have absolutely zero savings. You got a little over 60% of working Americans who live check to check. You got 23% of you only got 23% of Americans who are debt free. And debt free means you owe no consumer debt. You don't even owe a mortgage. You're completely 100% debt free. Only 23% of Americans. In 2023, only 10.6 of Americans had between $1,000 to $5,000 in their savings. Only 10.6%. So for all of you ladies out here, and I don't mean to be a hater, I just want to be as realistic as possible. I mean, one of the reasons why I started this channel is because I watch a lot of YouTube myself, especially when I'm editing my videos for my other channel, Andrew's Life. Go check me out over there. I think you'll like what you see. But anyways, the more I watch social media, it seems like every other woman that's on social media looking for a good man, one of the criteria that a lot of you ladies have is he must make six figures or more. Or if you quote a number below six figures, either A, it's going to be pretty damn closest to a six figure number, or B, you're going to quote a number with a lot of hesitation in your voice, which indicates to those of us who know a thing or two, we understand that you really want to say six figures, but you don't want to come off as being too shallow, so you'll quote some number like maybe 70K or better. So, as I've read a couple of minutes ago, even people that earn a six-figure income, over 50% of all six-figure income earners live check to check. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. I mean, I'm just reading data here. I'm just stating the facts. This is not how I feel. This is not coming from no emotions. It's not hate. This is just strictly data that I researched before I put this video together. And if you don't believe me, hey, you know what? Go online and type up, I don't know how you would type it up, but do your own research. And when you do your own research, you'll discover how many celebrities, for an example, have went broke shortly after. Like, for an example, look at all the athletes out here who are now broke. Shortly after they quit playing, many of them are broke. They went broke. I mean, look at how many of your rap artists went broke. Look at how many of your actors and actresses that went broke. And during the last recession, the Great Recession of '08, there were a lot of people that were six-figure earners at that point that many of them went broke. In fact, I had a job, this was like several years ago in Indianapolis, working as a security officer. And there's a gentleman who I worked with, a fellow officer, and he explained to me how he used to have a six-figure earning job and how during the recession, he lost that job. And shortly after he lost that job, he went broke. And he was on the verges at that time of losing his home. And his family was just bad off because at the time his wife didn't work. He lost his job and the only money that they were living off of was the unemployment benefits. So he told me how things got so bad for him mentally that he was about to take his own life because he just felt bad as a man that he was unable to provide the lifestyle that his family grew accustomed to. So that's just a small example of what's happening out here today even. You have a lot of people that were working these tech jobs. Many of them were projected to make six figures. But then just like that, they woke up and they went from having a job, making an average of six figures a year to having no job, and now they're in the unemployment line. And now they're living off of unemployment benefits right now. Or two, if their benefits ran out, they had to take a job probably making $15 an hour working at the plant or working at the warehouse, despite their high-level college degree that they have, that they probably have $100,000 worth of debt for. So I guess another message that I wanna give you ladies out here who are looking for that man that's making six figures or more is, I mean, don't be so fixed on six figures. I mean, another thing that you ladies need to look at when looking for a man is you need to look at his character. You need to look at how responsible he is financially. Like, you might come across a man who's a good man, responsible. He could be a very good provider, but he don't make six figures. Maybe he only makes 50 a year. Maybe he might even make 40 a year. But he's extremely responsible with that 40 a year. So there's a lot of things to look at when looking to find your when looking to find yourself that Mr. Right for all you ladies out there. And again, this is not a video hating on the women. I mean, I wouldn't expect any of you ladies to be out here dating a bum. In fact, I would hope you didn't. But I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be so asphyxiated on he's got to make 100,000 or more. Because there's men out here that make 100,000 or more that are terrible with the money. And despite their higher income, many of them are still broke, living check to check like everybody else is. But there's men out here that might make, like I said, you might find a man that makes 50. And, maybe he's making 50 a year. He's got no children. He might even be living in a paid off house, so he's got no mortgage or rent payments. He might be conservative with his vehicles. Maybe he drives vehicles a little older, so his insurance premiums are cheaper. And on top of that, he's got no car payments. He's got no children, so he doesn't have to pay for any of that. He's responsible with his, he's responsible with his body. So therefore, he may not have any child support to pay out. So there's men out here that are making 50 a year that are like that. Which those kind of men would actually be able to provide you a better lifestyle than some of the ones that make six figures who have debt to their eyeballs, who probably are on the hook for child support, and they're living a lifestyle that's beyond their financial means. Alright folks, that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you ladies tuned in and you listened carefully. And for all of you fellas out here who are like me, you earn average money, you don't make six figures, don't feel bad. Just keep on chugging, just keep doing what you do. And there is nothing wrong with the average income. Just be conservative with your money and invest wisely and live below your means and you'll be okay. And when it comes to dating, just find you a woman that shares the same beliefs as you do when it comes to your finances. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Stay blessed out here. And check me out on my other channel called Andrew's Life. All right, stay blessed.